So we're out here today and it's pretty windy. A storm front is passing through, so the wind gusts are up to 25 miles an hour. So I'm definitely fishing out of the wind at the moment because it's just too much to handle. But the bank I picked is a great bank. It's got, and I'm fishing shallow, I'm fishing with a spinnerbait. This is a fall bite I found about 20 years ago. This time of year, as soon as the water starts cooling down, the fish will move up and they will, be shallow. Now, I should have been out just a little bit earlier, but the wind was just horrible. So I just wanted to, be able to see where I was going and not have to fight all the waves. So I'm gonna give this a shot a while. I'm gonna throw the spinnerbait right on the shore. I'm gonna find little rocks to throw next to. If there's any bushes that may be still around, we're gonna throw next to those. And we're gonna see what we can do to catch these fish.
Hello, I'm Joe Michels, the owner of Fish Point, and this is our media channel. Welcome. Like everybody else, please hit the subscription button. Subscriptions are free, they don't cost anything, so that just helps you get notified when new videos are out. And we're gonna make a bunch of videos, and that helps me get my channel up to other viewers.
There's a little tree right here in the water, perfectly good. You can see it barely sticking out of the water. That's a great spot for a fish to be hanging, but now that's what I'm looking for. A little bit of rock, a little bit of isolated bushes like that, brush, leftover. Very leftover anymore at this lake, but now we're here in this little rock. There's little rock boulders and little edges. It's another good little area for the fish to hang if they're up shallow here. Water temperature 68, so it's starting to cool off pretty obviously, so that's good. This is definitely what we're looking for. Cooling water temperature. I'm throwing the spinnerbait, which is definitely emulating a shad. I got blue blades, believe it or not, which I think is a great color and pattern for this time of year. It's got to get some bites. See how this turns out. Striper. Oh, Jesus. Catfish. Jesus Christ. All right. Oh. All right, get out of this shit. Mr. Catfish, come back here. All righty. I don't know what the hell. He whacked that good. Come on. No, I'm gonna let you off. Bye-bye. Tore up my spinnerbait, something fierce. Oh yeah. Right where he's supposed to be, right in that pocket there. Nice fish too. Get out of here. Oh yeah. Get out of there. That's a nice one. All right. Oh yeah, look at that one. Whew. That is a good fish right there. Right where you're supposed to be. 2 3/4. Let's find out. First bite of the day. He's in infinitely shallow water, probably a 1.5 foot of water next to a boulder, right where he's supposed to be. All right. Let me see what he weighs. 318, caught him on this blue bladed spinnerbait. Threw it in there, cranked it twice, and he whacked it. He's in infinitely shallow water next to a boulder. Totally the type of fishing I'm looking for here. Oh, he's a little hurt. He's going back in so he can get some air. Nice fish for Lake Pleasant. First bite of the day besides the catfish. It's not a great day, I don't think, but we'll see if we can catch more.
All right, let's have a look at these spinnerbaits with a blue blade that I'm talking about. First, let me take you back in time to about 15 years ago. This is a bait. It's called a sniper. It's about 15 years old, and I love this bait because it did have these blue blades. But this is where it all started, and I started using these baits in the fall at Lake Pleasant with these pretty clear water, these blue blades, and it worked really fantastic. One thing about this bait is it's all beat up, by the way. The lead is showing through because I've been bumping it off of rocks for years and years. Another thing I like is these little trailer things, okay? I think I know where to get some if I wanted to make that. I don't have them at the moment, but I've always liked that. And this was the sniper. So let's look at what I've done. Okay, so here is just a bait that I've put together, and you can also see the blue blades. Now, what I'm doing is I'm dipping these blades in fluid bed, so I'm using powder paint. I happen to use sapphire is the color I'm using, but I really mix it with clear, probably like for every 1 part sapphire, which makes it really heavy, I use 2 parts clear, and I sort of get this look that I'm looking for, okay? And here you can see this bait here has been chewed up, not chewed up, it's probably been banged against the rocks, and I can tell you my production isn't all that fantastic. I heat them, I dip them, and I put them in a cheap toaster oven, and you know, whatever, but it works well. Why I think this is important, and what gives me the confidence is that when these blue blades, they produce a little bit of color, but what happens is the flash is greatly reduced. So if you're fishing in clear water in sunny conditions with no clouds, I guess that's sunny conditions, right? Anyway, it diminishes the flash. And I think that's important because in Arizona, we have clear skies and sun all the time. And often, you know, we have just a little bit of wind. But in this video, I had a ton of wind, so I probably could have used a regular spinnerbait, but most of the time it's calm or near calm, just a ripple. And I think this blade works well because of it. It diminishes the flash and it adds a little bit of color. So another thing I tried, and I caught at least one fish on it, is I just tried some different colors, a bit of purple here. Again, I think I'm using Alewife is the blade color, I mean the powder paint color you can get. I mix it 1 part Alewife with 2 parts clear, and it makes a real subtle lavender, okay? But it looks kind of cool. And I can tell you this particular skirt, which has got a bit of light purple lavender in it, looks really good in the water. I think this skirt looks better than this blue skirt, by the way, but I like the blue blades better than I like the lavender for whatever reason. I caught fish on both. I threw this one way more often. So, you know, that's just how it is. No. There's another one. Oh, yeah. Barely hooked. All right. Just like that. All right.
Pound and 3/4, pound and a half. Let's find out. 182. Not a bad fish at all. Up. Again, that fish was really, really shallow, really tight to the rocks. Ooh. I feel like a bite, but I didn't get it. It was. Some boulders right here, which is perfect for. No, there's a boulder. I probably just hit the boulder. What you can't see probably underwater is I'm seeing some boulders. There's some pretty shady pockets. I'm just fishing by them. You can see some boulders right up here. They're hanging by the boulders at ambush points. They don't seem to be hanging on, let's say, isolated boulders on a little flatty thing like this. They seem, the last couple, the only 2 bites I got were just right off of the bank next to boulders. Like, if you look out there and see those pile of boulders, that's probably gonna hold fish. Oh, that was a bite. I don't know why they're missing it now. Oh, all right, a little guy. Oh, geez. Baby, that was a baby bass, but they're sitting on their stuff here where they belong. They're eating. Oh, look at that. All right. Keeper. Get my spinnerbait blade. All right. There's another, he's £1.25. Let's find out. Nice fish, came off the spinnerbait. He tweaked my hand-made spinnerbait blade, so I'll have to put a different one on. That's how it goes sometimes when you do things by hand. Sometimes you can't get it done right. Oh. Check out the golden bald eagle right there. What's he got? You see him? He's eating on something beautiful. Oh yeah. Got himself a fish.